Uh, this is going to be a tutorial on how to use the Tinker's Construct 3.0 mod on Bedrock. I am on PlayStation 5. Should be the same for anything though. I've already made most of the items. Anything that you need to make is going to be in this book. Right now I have the melter. It's going to be the first forge that you make. I'm probably just going to set mine up here. These are stencil tables and crafters. I've already made some patterns because I plan to make an axe and a cleaver. To make them, all you need is, I think it's 2 blank patterns depending on what you're making. Sometimes 3, as you can see there. Just 2 sticks, 2 wood. Easy to make. Repair kits are another thing. This is where you make all of your tools, whatever you're trying to make. And then this is where, that's not what I'm going to do. And this is where you'll make your lower tier items, which is all string, bone, wood, and stone. There is another table I forgot to make before I started recording. So let's make that real quick. I believe this was the recipe. If not, I'm gonna need to find out. I didn't need the blocks at all. Oh wait, I did. And then I'm gonna toss this right here. This is also a lava farm. It's just useful for the mod because you'll need a lot of lava. So I'm starting off with the melter. First melter. And then it's going to take me a second to remember how to use this. It looks like it's already ready to go. Yep. So you toss your lava in. Forge is almost the same system. You just have to actually build the forge, which I will be doing as well in the video. I'm trying to hurry. Never mind. I have an hour. You toss your material in. It becomes molten, whatever you added. So molten iron. I should have done diamond because that's what I planned on doing from the start. But since it's a full bucket, you can just do that. Now you have molten iron. That's how you make that. I need sand. The next bit is going to be making sand casts. Whichever crafting table it was. Okay, it is just a regular crafting table. Also, you can make these with red or regular sand, and these cast chests don't actually do anything. I don't believe I've used all of them. They're just a regular chest for storage. They're mainly a design thing. Casting basin, we'll get into that in a little bit. You put lava in it. Yeah. And then, like, if you wanted to make I think you can make a gold block out of it. Like, if you have a full bucket of molten gold, you dump it in there and it'll harden into a block. At least I'm pretty sure that's it. Casting table, this is how you're going to actually make the items that you're trying to create. What else was there to go on this? Or was that it? Oh, the casting basin and the faucet. Okay, I already have those. I'll put it on this side. As such. And then, if I remember right, then this should be the way. Yeah, you don't put it in with the bucket, the faucet pours it in. And then you get your block. I don't need that right now, but that's a conversion method if you ever need it. And then that will bring us to the next part, which is you can make these using tin or copper. You need the forge to do the tin though, also. I'm glad that actually works, because every time I try to make one of these I end up messing it up somehow and then I have to redo it. So I've made my casts. So now I'm making copper cans. You get 3 per 3 copper, so it's pretty nice. And this holds a smaller amount, which means I'm going to need to add more iron to this. Is there any way for me to get this iron out of here? I don't want you in here anymore. Okay, I'm messing this up, as you can see. How much am I at? I'm at 900? Oh, that's why. Not enough space for the molten metal. Needs a full 1,000. That's 200. That's a predicament. Can I add smaller amounts of this? No, I can't. Ready for a liquid? Obviously not. You know what? Wait. Yeah. Anyways, that's... Oh, perfect. That was my skipped way of doing it, but that's... I was just trying to empty it out. If you're not dumb like me, that's a much easier process. Now, let me clear up my inventory a bit. No, that's what I was trying to get. Casting table, essential. Absolutely essential for this mod. I have my patterns, which I believe you combine your patterns with a tool, yes, like this. So I'm using stone instead of wood, obviously. So you're gonna make your pattern, then you're gonna come over, make your tool piece out of it. For axes, shoals, a shoal is a shovel and hoe into the same item. And then pickaxes, you will need a rod, or a tool handle as it's called here. For a cleaver blade, there's a specific cleaver guard, and then you'll need the head for whatever tool you're making. There's the shoal head, there's pickaxe head, and everything else. And then if you're making a sword, you'll need, there's swords and daggers. For the dagger, there's a dagger guard, I believe it's called, and then there's the stone cross guard for a sword. I've got the items I need, so. And actually, now I think about it, I did that wrong, I think, because I was trying to make these into diamonds, but I don't fully remember how to do it, but I'll just do the weaker items. Actually, never mind, I have gold. So instead, we're going to be making gold casts with these. The way you make a gold cast is you take your lava bucket, you're going to toss gold in. For these, you need a full bucket of gold. So you're going to take your full bucket of gold, you're going to put your item of choice into the casting table, and you're going to place your gold on it. This will make a gold cast of the item, which is reusable. The first time it will take a little bit longer than the others, and now you have your cast. So that gold cast is completely reusable. You can use it on any item. So I usually make a cast for each. I usually make a cast for each tool, so that I can just reuse it at any time I will. I find them to be very useful, as you don't really, after the initial setup, because you'll need a lot of sand, gravel, and clay for the first, initial startup of the mod, because you need it to make grout. I have a bunch of seared bricks that just finished, but I also have the stockpile of these three materials to make the grout. Then I have this system where it would filter through and make the seared brick on its own. Then, once you've got your smelter actually made, I think you can actually do the entire mod pretty much just like this. The armor is new. I haven't really messed with the armor much, or some of it's new. So I'm not much help on the armor side of this because I don't really know how to make any of this. I've tried to make the armor before, back when they only really had the or the plate, but I haven't really messed with cobalt or anything like that. Most of the materials I deal with are the queen slime, diamonds, and manilion, and then netherite, of course. That actually looks really cool. But no, I plan on making a diamond cleaver for the time being, as that's the best materials that I currently have with me. So for a diamond cleaver, I'm going to take my cleaver cast and my cleaver guard cast, and I'm going to take some diamonds. For this, you don't need a lot of them. I'm going to make some more copper tins. And then this one is easier to make in my opinion. Try raw ores. That's unfortunate because I don't know how to smelt. Oh, you need the main forge to do that. That's why. All right. I guess we'll make the main forge then. I'm gonna get right into it. So you're gonna want to mine out a 3x3 block area. Also, I only these books. The materials in you is going to be the initial book that you get upon starting the game when the mod first actually starts, and it has the recipe for the next one, which is the puny smelting book, which I currently have. I'm trying to get back to the beginning of this. There we go. And then once you're done with that book, you make puny smelting, and then the modifiers book has all the stuff about the modifiers. You can make them in a regular crafting table, and each one has its own recipe, and you need the crafting template to make it. We're not getting into that yet, though. Those are pretty self-explanatory, I feel like. You can also enchant things while also putting modifiers on them, because I know that's something I had to test extensively, because I've had mending and the modifiers on it before. So now we're going to take our... You need seared bricks for this. You absolutely need seared bricks for this. I need to go back more. The inside area of the forge has to be the 3x3. So I think you're actually going to mine out a 4x4 area. It would be. That didn't work. Oh, and the floor of it needs to be seared brick as well. Did I do this wrong? No. mine back another block though. Because I need to make another faucet. And no, that's not the actual reason. This tank is for... I think there's actually a... I remember there being... There's a certain block that you need to actually make this, and I think I jumped the gun making it on my own. Mighty Smelting is the next book. That's where you make the big forge. Can I? Usually it just lets you jump straight to it. Weird. So we're gonna flip through this entire book real quick. Because oh, okay, it's right there. And then we're gonna need the next book, which is going to be a book which is upstairs. And a single seared brick. Oh, that is a lot of items. Oh, that's a different part of the mod, but you can get ore berries. Oh, that's later. Right there. And now we have our Mighty Smelting book. This is where you're going to actually make your anvil and your forge. There it is. Smeltery controller. Casting bin with a seared brick block, and then molten copper. That's an interesting recipe. So what we're going to do... Fill this back up with lava. Fill this up with copper. Pour it out. Get our copper block. And then I think we're going to need another basin. Where'd it go? From a bucket onto the seared... Okay, I did that wrong. Oh, it's not even anymore. Okay, whatever. And then we need our seared brick block. Oh, we don't need another basin. Perfect. Okay, and that'll give you the diagram of what you need. I don't remember if you need to fill in the corners or not. It doesn't look like you do. But we will find out if it works in a second. And right here you're going to put your seared glass, I think. Or it's a regular block and I might have just wasted that. And then you're going to put your seared tank. And I don't know what block this is, unless it's a regular seared brick block with a faucet on it, but I don't think that's the case. Let's consult our book here. Seared drain, okay. We'll need a couple more bricks. So I did make the right call on making more seared bricks before recording this. And then faucet. Oh wait. Or do you not need a faucet there? Actually no, there's no point in being a faucet there. Never mind. So this is the final product. I believe you can also make this taller, but don't quote me on that. And this has a much larger capacity for lava, which is why I made the lava farm. Four buckets of lava in total. And now you can put your diamonds in there. Use your drain to take them out. And this lava won't go down like your meter will on this. The lava will stay. And if you put diamonds in there, they will also stay. Whatever ore is in there will stay until you take it out. And now we can make what I was initially trying to create. That is the cleaver cast. You're going to put the diamonds inside. And congratulations, you have your cleaver blade. Then I'm going to do the same thing but with the cleaver guard. And now you're going to take these over to your... Nope. If you're making swords or cleavers, and maybe even daggers, I'm not sure about daggers. No, it's swords and cleavers. You're going to come to this table instead of the other. And since I don't feel like scrolling all the way through, just go to craftable, and I now have my diamond cleaver. And now... that's going to spill lava on me, isn't it? I haven't made a trash can yet, so this is... oh man. And now I have my diamond tool. And then the difference in the tools is going to be where you're making an actual tool rather than a sword. Because the swords don't require a binding. Binding is required for axes, pickaxes, shoals, and daggers. So we're going to take 4 more diamonds, toss them in here. We're going to take out 2 more buckets. We're going to toss our axe and rod casts in here. And then, same thing, you come over to the anvil. Or, nope, you're going to come over. Yeah. The tinker station. Come over here. Make your axe. And now I have my diamond axe, my diamond cleaver. The next step up from this would be modifiers, which I will do. I don't know if I can make any modifiers with the stuff I have on hand currently, but I probably can. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. As you saw there, the book will also tell you what you need for the modifiers. Or what each modifier does. What I want is ultimine. So, let's find ultimine. If I wasn't blind. Right there at the bottom left. Oh. Modifier work table. So we're going to take 3 bricks, and then, what was it? 2 cobble. So I already have all that. Modifier work table. And we'll put this right here. Because usually you're going to make your weapon and then... no, if that was the case, I'd probably put it next to that then. But I don't really care. So I'm going to toss your axe down there, and then you left click with your modifier onto it. I don't have a modifier yet though. So I'm going to see if I can craft it. But for that I need the recipe. Never mind, I can just check the crafting table for the recipe. Ultimine. emeralds around a template, so it's not upgrade its modifier. I can make a modifier template, and then I need to grab emeralds, which are upstairs. Come to the crafting table, make your template, left click it to your tool, pick up your tool, and it has ultimine. You can do 3 modifiers and they work like enchantments. So say I wanted to put sharpness on my diamond cleaver, I can put sharpness 5 on it with 5 templates of the, I think it is just called sharp. Also, cleavers are the strongest tool. Yeah, 15 attack damage. I believe the highest damage a cleaver can have is like 29 or something like that. That's with sharp 5 and all the other stuff. But what I'll usually do is I'll put unbreaking 3, I'll ultimine on an axe, and then whatever third enchantment I feel like, and then I'll go over and modifier that I feel like, and then I'll go and enchant it with mending, and you'll have a pretty nice axe right there. But that is the Forge tutorial done, I think. So I hope this helped.